Hello, my name is Martin Osei Jr. In this video, I am going to demystify online assessment of scientific knowledge using the Learning 6.5 suite through its application software ScienceWord 6.5, which is used for editing computer executable tests, and Scale 6.5, which is used for computer-based tests. Even though I can start from scratch and type my computer executable test file in ScienceWord, I do not need to do so if I already have one prepared document in ScienceWord. Here are some test items sampled from a university entrance exam. And as you can see, it contains some mathematics, chemistry, biology, etc. So I'm simply going to convert these test items into items that can be answered on the computer and the computer can grade them. Right now, you might be thinking talk is cheap, but don't worry, just sit tight and ride along with me. Okay, we can get started now, but let's take note that every test item, every question belongs to a separate continuous section. So after every question, we must make sure there is a section break inserted. All right, our first question is a multiple choice question. And the options are A, B, C, and D. And the correct answer is D. Since this D is our correct answer, all we are going to do is highlight the D. And once it's highlighted, we look for this icon, which says convert a selection to choice question answer field. You will click on it and then come and highlight all the possible answers A to D. And move up to look for this tool that reads convert a selection to choice question items. Once you click on it, we are done. Next, let's look at a question that has all the options on one line. So with this, you highlight each option one by one and convert the selection into an option to be chosen. Repeat this process for all the options, one after the other. And for this question, my answer is C. So I highlight the C and convert it into a choice question answer field. I'll just leave this one here. I wouldn't go too much into details. Let me just realign the answers properly. Yeah, that's okay. So let's move on. Okay, so let's look for another type. All right, so let's see this one. So even if it's like this, you treat it just like the previous one. Highlight the answers one by one, make them possible options, and then when you are done, you pick the correct answer and then choose that as your correct answer. Our next one is a fill-in question where we are filling the gap, and all you have to do is to highlight what you have as your correct answer. Just do the selection and then go look for the tool that says convert to gap filling question, and that's your answer. Even here that you have to write as a superscript, just highlight it and then convert it once again into a gap filling question. All right, so our next question is an essay type question. And then for here too, all we're going to have to do is to look for the correct answer, and then we will highlight the entire answer. Just make sure precisely your entire answer has been highlighted. Once your answer is fully highlighted, you look for the tool that says convert to essay, and then that is it. Your work is done. Okay, so our work here is done. Let's just take a look at how our work looks like. So let's go and look at the final results of everything we've done so far. Yes, this is the final results of what we have done here. So let's scroll through. Okay, so yeah, this is one of my questions, and this is analysis of the results, where it can be an explanation or any comments the teacher has put concerning the answer. You can see everything is right here. Okay, so let's take a look at this. I would like to spend some time here. This is an exercise where students are supposed to provide answers. But my option is, my view is, given the fact that we have such a powerful platform, we should have the opportunity to get students to explore a problem, investigate, and come out with deeper understanding of the problem and the solution instead of simply writing down answers. So we should be able to use an animation tool to investigate deeper into the problem and then come up with deeper understanding and deeper solutions. So we should be able to animate such a graph and such a diagram, and then based on this identify where the correct thing is. And one interesting thing is you can either activate or deactivate this animation option in your question. Okay, so let's generate this into our question sheet. I can do it as an A4 and A3. This is an A4 question sheet. Okay, so let's just reset the zoom properly so we can see everything clearly. Here is my question paper. This is my exercise, and as you can see, for the multiple choice, the answer doesn't show there. And then when you should come to the failings, instead of the answer, it is just a dash where the candidate will just fill in the gap. All the failings is just left with a gap to be filled. And then the essay type, you can see the answer part is left blank. Let's save it and now generate it as an A3 answer sheet as well. Okay, so this is the A3 question sheet. Because of the difference in paper size, let me just readjust the zoom so we can see everything clearly here. And yes, once again, you can see everything is there perfectly. Okay, so there are more options, but for the purpose of this video, I don't have too much time. So let me just move to the final one I'll do. That's the standard answer sheet. The standard answer sheet is more like your marking scheme where it shows you all the questions and the correct answers. So if you come to A, the answer is D, and the analysis or explanation of the answer is there as well. If you come to question, where is question B? Yes, this is question B. The answer is C, and then the analysis is there as well. If you go to question C, the answer is B, and the D, which is gap filling, you can see the answer there as well. Everything is here for us. Yes, so this is more like just our marking scheme. That is the standard answer sheet. Okay, right. Let me save it. Just save it down. Let me just close it. I don't even need to save it. Sorry. Okay, so next we are going to we cannot upload now. You can see it is inactive. I'm supposed to log into my account first. You should have your account before you upload. So let me log in. Okay, so I log in. This is an account I've already created as a teacher. So I'm in my account now. So the next thing I am going to do is I will go to file, and now I am going to upload, and then I click continue. The upload is happening now. Let's give it just a short time to finish uploading. Okay, the upload is complete, and then I'll choose my new assignment and then click OK. And here we are. Let's go through. Let's see if everything is okay. It is okay, but I just want to go through and then have a look before my students can actually see it. Let me just look at it one more time. Okay, yes, Now let's go to the Data Application Center. Okay, so I am going to the Data Application Center on the teacher registration website. Actually, this is where we are going to publish the assignment we have just created. So let's go in there. Yes, here we are. What I'll do is I am going to open my assignments, and this will give me the list of all assignments I have posted. So let's click on my new assignment, and there it is. So let's lay out to see the preview. So at this part, we can either choose to select specific students who answer the questions, or I select all students. That means all my students are to take these exam or assignment. And then if it is a common assignment, I leave it as an assignment. If it is an examination, I will also choose examination. And you make all your settings here. This is where you are going to choose where you start, when you start, and when you end. The period the students have to answer the questions, both date and then time. When I am done, then I will say it should start laying out. It's okay, so I let the layout begin. So next, I am going to open the assignment. So let me log in here. Yes, login. This time I'm logging in as a student so that I can answer the question. So this is how my students are going to see it. They are going to answer online assignment for the online assessment of scientific knowledge 002. So yes, as a student, this is what I see. I can see the instructions. And then my questions are here as well. So I am supposed to answer my questions. This is the multiple choice questions. So for the first one, let's say I believe my answer is D. I only have to click on D. I don't even need to write it. It will accept it. My second question, let's say my answer is C. Once again, I click on C and then it accepts it. If I want to change it, I only have to go and choose a different answer and it will replace it. This one too, let's say my answer is B, so I click on B. Then let's come to the failing. So I'm going to type my answer is 2E, and get a superscript. You can see we are applying our first input option here. So superscript negative. I've done that. We've answered quite a few. You can even use a pen tool. That is, if the computer you are using gives you the option to write with pen, yes, you can use a pen tool to write your answers. Don't mind my handwriting, okay? I don't have the best of handwriting. So yeah, I can just write with my pen. And this is the essay type. As I said, I don't mind my handwriting. Looking at I can even just clean what I am writing and rewrite. So looking at the extremer, I can draw as well with my pen if I don't want to use the computer to the functions to draw the graph. I can just draw it just like how I'll do it in my question and answer booklet. We have the flexibility. You can just do it as it is on the paper. Yes, so I can use my pen throughout, or there is even the possibility to use the graph function, the graph tool in the ScienceWord to plot the graph. And I can write my comments. I can decide to write my comments using the pen, just want to prove to you that the flexibility is there. You can do it any way you want to. Since g of x equals 2, we have m of x to be equal to, there's a fraction, x minus 1 all squared. Just you know what I'm trying to write. Ignore my horrible handwriting. I can also use the keyboard to type the same thing. So m of x is equal to the fraction. Let's say I use my first input option to pick my fraction, and then use the shortcut, let's say, to get my bracket. So x minus 1, let me use shortcut to get a square, plus 1 minus 2. Then I go to the division sign over x is equal to x minus 2. This is so simple. So yeah, let's see. This is another question. Okay, so let's look at this one. This is a question in which we are supposed to explore this question and then try to find the reflection of the point M across the point A. And we can do this by we can even animate it. I can use the tool to get the reflection and also animate to get a deeper understanding and also make a conclusion based on that understanding. I can show this, and this will help me get the correct understanding to make my better judgment. So as you can see, with a scale 6.5, we have a serious future, and this offers us the opportunity to enable or restrict the use of animation tools to support questions answered. Let me now submit. It will tell me if there are any questions I have not yet answered. If I want to answer it, I just click on it and it takes me back there to answer. But then this is just an example, so I'll submit anyway. So yes, I have submitted my questions, my solution as a student. Okay, it's successful. Okay, so next, the questions have been submitted to the teacher, so the teacher can open marking and use marking to grade the work that has been done. So the work has been opened in garden marking now. So I am now the teacher going to grade it. So here we are. Yes, this is the student's assignment that has been submitted to me, the teacher. Because marking has not yet graded the work, you can see that it doesn't show any mark. Some questions have been answered. The multiple choice has already been graded by the system, but because the teacher has not yet reviewed it, that is why it's showing 0. It does not mean that the student has 0. No, immediately the teacher logs in and then approves what is there. The student can see his marks. The marks will be automatically upgraded. Okay, so it's done loading. So let's go through here. You can see so this is what the student scored for the first one. The correct answer is D, and yes, that is what the student chose, and the student also chose D. So yes, that's correct. You can see from here there is no answer here. The student didn't answer at all. The marks are between 0 and 2, and even these two answers, he didn't give any of them. So his mark is 0. When I click 0, his mark appears there. Yeah, and then let's see the next question. He has answered it, and yes, he answered it correctly. So I give the full mark 2. I just click on the 2, and then the mark appears on the right. And as I am answering, you can see the questions that have been graded are no longer highlighted, and the ones that are highlighted are the ones I've not yet graded. I move to this question. Yes, electron is correct, so I click 1, and as you can see, that has also been taken out. Ion is also correct, and just keep looking down there. Anytime I click, the question that has been marked disappears from there. These ones are not answered, so 0, 0. Okay, so let's see this essay type. He has answered it, and the marks are between 0 and 20, but it looks like he didn't answer too much, so let me give 3 marks. Then let's see the next one. Okay, so this one, let's see. Okay, here is the solution. The total mark here is 20 years, and then he didn't do too much there, so I give 5 marks as well. The correct answer is on my left, and then the one that was answered by the student is on the right. So you compare the two and then see what he has done. So you can see the whole area on the left, see the whole area on the right. In marking, you won't be able to animate it here, but you can see what the student has done and what you have. So if you are done with your grading, then you click release mark homework. Then yes, and once this is completed, the student will be updated with his course. And as you can see from here, it has been updated. The student had 27 marks. It's no longer 0. If I should open it again, you will see the marks appearing there, no longer 0 for the questions that have been answered or not answered. So you can see from our first question, he now scored 15 marks. He did not lose any mark there, because we've released it. Yes. So okay, now we can close it now. And okay, so for marking and grading, we are done. Let's get back to skill. Let me show you something. This tool that is used for rough work, sketches and rough works, you can do all your trial works here, so you do not need any separate paper for trying anything before you present your answer. It's just a draft. You can move it to any space on the screen that you want. You can draw, you can write, you can scroll to any size. It keeps going. It's very big. You do not get scared that once you write, it will get, the space will get finished. You can just write so much there infinitely. Okay, so one more thing is this powerful instrument we have here. This instrument can serve as a ruler, that's a straight edge. It can serve as a compass. It can also serve as a protractor. Let's try something. So let's say I go and pick a pen, the pen color I want. I can pick it and then bring it to my multi-purpose instrument, and then I just have to hold it and use it to draw. Here we are. I've been able to use it as a compass to draw my circle. And I can even use the same thing together with its ruler to draw the diameter of this circle. And that is it. As usual, it's been your regular host, Martin Osei Jr. Thank you.